I'm not quite sure if this chapter is going to be short or long, depending how I word it. But basically, this chapter will contain a lot about Desmond, and I know what you guys are thinking. Man, I'm tired of that kid from the last book, but okay, it's whatever. Because he was talking shit about me on Facebook the other day, and I can't really explain why. I mean, I technically was telling him to just stop, and I guess he didn't, so I started talking shit to him back, and I don't know what I'm thinking, but anyways, no more to say because I'm gonna continue off this chapter. So make sure to like button, comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't, and follow me on Instagram on Little Money. Oh shoot, how's it again? Oh yeah, Money Heist Lil 15. My bad. Chapter 4, Wednesday. Ever since Desmond's gladiator's room was over with, he still haven't changed one bit. We were all chilling until Desmond decided being petty could do no harm. LaVille moved to the Titans, which I'll be totally honest with myself, it's pretty upsetting on a messed up perspective. But hey, when we Mustangs walk past LaVille sometimes, he's looking better in color than plain old black and orange. LaVille, from what I can tell, seems super relaxed. Maybe everything is never what it's cracked up to be. Except judging from his moods, I say those Titans did LaVille good. But besides LaVille winning streak, I'll have to admit, DeAndre sure can't stand Desmond once he's been tripping recklessly. We all had to call group over Desmond's complaints, he states. He stepped on my slides, no, I don't care. Braden really tried helping us stay away and staying on great positivity, rather than Desmond's uncaring, obnoxious negativity otherwise. For example, or for some people who needs a good bitch slap across the face, Desmond always has plenty of arguments, numerous ways. Desmond's favorite phrase goes like explaining about, no, I don't care, stop talking to me, yes, thank you. Whenever someone tries telling Desmond truthfully words, or some truthful examples, his face being the king of all attitudes causes too much argumentative drama into close call fights. No wonder Crispy explaining to Desmond about his warning being getting trapped inside the gladiator's room. Desmond definitely got something twisted coming, which is where he deserves consequences. Morally, our group ending, which put us being stuck listening over Desmond's petty stock market, a new group member, Peer, came to Mohican recently, taking either Eli or LaVille's spotlight. This new kid's name sounded like his first letter at the beginning of his name over his full name, my bad. The letter Y, as theorized at first to me, Miss Hacker described his actually name is stated Johann, but people usually properly spell his public name being Johann with a J instead of a Y. Johann's hair had a very fuzzy look, giving his pre-adult mustache a different look too. Johann might have to get a haircut cause that's treatment oriented. Besides the new peer, about around math class, it was frustrating enough. Those dot sheets were all making sense, and before I flipped out, I'll just officially confirm my biggest problem, past most annoying terms were which comply. Miss Hunter's a straight up liar, no cap. Hold up, guys, give me a second. I gotta answer some business and do some business calls, so my bad if I pause the chapter, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the chapter so far as you're hearing it. Yes, madam?
You gotta take your meds and it's snack time. You There's gonna be a quick.
Okay, guys, so I'll be back in a second, but don't worry, because I'm still reading the chapter. Okay, y'all, I am back in business, and I'm not even hesitating, but man, I just tried some G Fuel. But, anyways, I'm not gonna get off topic, so let's begin. How's it relate to my past? Because she's been tripping since yesterday. Now her time to become a sour lying bitch. She thought she was gonna keep shooting me dirty looks, but I tried staying up for myself in case Miss Hunter didn't know, introducing Mr. Facts Guaranteed. You know you were shooting me dirty looks yesterday, don't lie. But like every considering adult, I didn't shoot you dirty looks. As I completely got mad and paused Miss Hunter at this very second. This is the looks you gave me. Trying to expose Miss Hunter's actions until she turned them down with another lie. You shot me dirty looks first. Except I didn't, because all I was doing in Mr. Beast Hacker's class is glancing over to Miss Hunter, and plus, it's one of my habits. For obvious predictions, Miss Hunter ignored me honestly and acted like she could do no wrong. So instead, she demands fake truth over the real background check by saying, "Go sit down in your seat." With a spotted grin remains on Miss Hunter's face. See, the only purpose Miss Hunter has really made is becoming more Cap and double downing those she thinks are born 9 months ago. Let's clarify. Since when were we born 9 months ago? I kind of thought her pity fun wasn't worth fighting over. And during Miss Hunter's great stupidity, Chris allows himself to be all protective over her, even though this guy is beginning to act like a suck up. Here's somebody to roast Chris as a staff's pet. Stop sucking on dick. Try licking on your bitch, Chris. Also, go play with your hoes, because I bet they be leaving your toes to sell off the black market for 99 cents a piece, faggot ass. Okay, listen. When I made that quote, to be honest, look, my battery's at 8% right now, but that's not the point. The point is, that wasn't a really good roast. I ain't gonna lie, that was not good. But I will say this much, guys. I really don't care. And it's like, what, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and my mom has a 3-hour difference in California. But that's not the point. The point is, it was just crazy back then in Mohican, and I don't understand why the fuck I was there. Because mostly I was acting up, mainly, but I just didn't understand why I was still there. You know, I was just wasting time, to be honest. And then I realized I wasn't wasting time, but we'll get to that in the next books or so. Although I've still tried making perfect roasts back in 2017 to 2019, I kind of hated them. Anyways, even though my newest roast so far couldn't stop these Thurgood kids, every which tunnel I began running, nothing. Thurgood Marshall High School isn't so high on the ratings. I'm pretty much highly sure that this wasn't meant to be for white kids. Also, just FYI, I got expelled from there almost, which was recently. But anyways, that's not the point. Point is, but instead it spams many African Americans. Why is those imbeciles thought acting childish is their answer to become something more? I'll give them a benefit of the doubt. Yes, Mr. Chabot's seniors are complete knuckleheads, yet they absolutely do pure funny business, mixed in with more goofy situations every day. But let's terminate those not doing my own work bullshit, added less of succeeding and more of slacking off school districts. Since treating others disrespectfully got stuff back in blood, let's basically forget coming to Thurgood, because game baiting on Westwood, though Crestmore Ave has gotten me so fabulous, getting shot and fucking with nicotine, vapes, and weed to taste is absolute fire, even considering those one or thing or two, which means skipping school for reasonings of us to get laid right off the ghetto spot doesn't mean about future problems, just saying. Nothing mattered my whole year there. Nothing at all. Dr. Jones, as Thurgood's principal, caused many never returning, while I literally never came back due to Boys Men's shady persona. Me still having no privileges is kind of dumb. It basically started while Alex's sexual tensions went on myself to have those too, and Mr. Gooseby gets wicked triggered, so just so, you know, let's pause for a second. Let's take a moment to realize, was this group gonna go good? Your guess is good at mine, but let me keep reading. And Mr. Gooseby gets wicked triggered just so my 9 to 10 days with no privileges would get hell aborting. Just saying. Alex is similar except for other reasons. I heard orientations and allowed to be reacting between one another unless we accept their advice or talk within our formal groups. All there's been from that is making itself absolutely useless. For many examples explained, the Mustangs couldn't care less, or rather been forgetting constantly. Chris brought this topic, I think, last week in Miss Max or Mr. Gooseby's informal group. During Miss Max debating whether or not she'll make her call, and unfortunately she did agree with Chris's train of thought. But once a single person forgets, everyone stays on that virus. So, Chris ain't anything ugly God created. He's just made me realize we're all in this as team players. Jay's not wearing the Dragons hoodies, instead his own little world. We first saw Jade again during lunch period. As if any of us cared to look. Glancing over 5 to 8 seconds max told me a lot. Jade's super into his new buddies, as of course he's 12 years old, with Jade's friends being almost exactly his age and clues spotted. Jade be looking exactly like how I knew him recklessly. The little shit. Yep, Jade knows while I be watching whenever us Mustangs decide on being straight tight quiet. Just 30 minutes ago, Jade went to pick up the Dragon's laundry to dump them inside Mohican's washing machine. Jade's little smile still has many annoying features, while my personal smile would defeat Jade's in time's continuation. So, pretty much, he's an annoying little freak, but that's pretty much how it was back then, you know what I'm saying? That was so retarded when Jade followed Lavelle and Desmond AWOLing. For her mass resistance, Lavelle being a complete idiot while getting killed off with dangerous humans within Scary Forest atmosphere has been prejudged till those three realize, wow, we're being reckless through space. Why don't we just quit while it's too late? Jay knew what was right and wrong, and thinking he'll fit in neatly towards the dragon's holy grail isn't really all it's been cracked up to be swell. Hey, I can say by judging over a person's reality focus, Jade, a person's reality focus on his end, may have gotten better, with him possibly creating new allies, helping other dragon members when included, especially seeing Jade take upon his heart and strength for others, not gonna lie. Some party we call ourselves, I say. Later tonight, Matt was making fond jokes as usual, but things progressed differently for him. Instead of actual comedy, Matt decides taking a more creepier route. Just by explaining what Matt describes, I'm gonna be very brave stealing Matt's words than lying straight beneath. Matt says about while he saw a weird looking hand, Matt asked his friends if they were messing around, but none responded. So basically this was the time when we were over here listening to his conversation about whatever thing he was making up, and I wasn't included, but still, I was trying to listen to what he was saying, because he likes to make stories up, I'm not gonna lie, but it's cool, because he is a story maker, honestly speaking, but back then I didn't really know, so, then said no. Matt tries to make sure, and he realizes he spotted a ghost. Matt's second story got even creepier because while Matt looked directly towards his group home's window, Matt spots something absolutely horrifying. A man with teared up clothes and more hovers quickly to Matt's friend's room, where he goes on searching this weird ghostly figure and gets extra scared, so Matt figures running as fast as he can could save a life. Matt keeps telling more of his ghost stories while me and Alex started getting shivers down our spines. And Matt explains when he lives in his old group home. Sorry about that. I meant to say lived. Bad comprehension there. There was suspense foaming across the surface as his TV flickered in weird ways, and then those dressers ended up opening slowly. But he slammed back shut. If I told the last story, people may never want to hear Matt's name come out ever again. So beside Matt going to give us nightmares while we begin sleeping, I can remember a dream I had that got so wickedly insane it began rough. In this dream, my other dad was cooking in his kitchen till I made myself right at home. By doing myself a favor, going to a room where the animatronics from Fighting at Freddy's lurk began threatening me to pick one side only. Of course, I snuck out there, only to meet some sexy chicks in green grass fields, so at first I decided to pick this soft young lady with tight jeans, showing her hot ass from the back. But my dream wasn't hanging on to those risky women, cause I instead got picked to a badass Asian girl whose knowledge can escape my mind. My bad if I paused there for a second. Unfortunately, she stopped in a neighborhood that had heavy rain being poured down, so my dream's choice got weaker every second, determined to get me back home. There's absolutely no point of waking up, till surprising hearing a school wake up on a day like that. The call couldn't have saved me enough. And while Matt and Alex fell asleep, I guess I'm gonna call off today's chapter to write more in chapter 5 later tomorrow. If you enjoyed this long-ass chapter I thought was going to be short, please like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification button. And I know I sound cringe as hell, but don't mind me because I'm trying my best right now, trying to get these videos out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the journal saga done. I got like 4 more books to tell you guys because holy shit. So yeah, but basically, don't get tarps on your ass, China. And don't get tarps in your ass, Taiwan. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm just talking political again, like I said in the last video. But anyways, I'll catch you guys next time. And that is the end. So, peace.